Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine a group of teenagers, right on the cusp of adulthood, heading out for one last big adventure before life really starts, and then just silence. For like over
Oh.
2 decades, their story, it was basically an urban legend, just whispers in the woods around here.
Hmm.
But what if it wasn't just a story? What if the forest was actually hiding a secret, just waiting?
Right.
Today, we're doing a deep dive into this unbelievable saga, the disappearance of the Forest Grove High Class of '99, and what it tells us really about isolation and how truth can be so fragile.
Yeah, we're going to sift through some really remarkable sources for you. Everything from the first missing person reports, the initial panic,
Right.
to this absolutely terrifying discovery years later that just blew the cold case wide open. And then, maybe most chillingly, a survivor's confession.
A survivor.
Yeah, yeah. And our mission here isn't just to, list the facts. We want to pull out the crucial insights, connect these really unsettling dots, and maybe challenge how we think about communities dealing with loss.
Yeah.
And the secrets hidden right under our noses.
Yeah.
By the end of this, you'll probably find yourself questioning not just what happened, but maybe why some truths stay buried for so long.
So let's set the scene.
Hmm.
It's May 1999, Forest Grove High School. You can just picture it, buzzing with that end-of-year energy, graduation fever.
Early.
Teachers are counting down, and these 26 seniors, a pretty tight group apparently, are just dreaming of summer, freedom. I can almost hear Green Day playing, back when people had CD players in their cars.
Huh, yeah. And what's really interesting is how the sources let us piece together glimpses of these kids, even decades later. You had Lacey Monroe,
The valedictorian.
right, valedictorian, a student council president, all set for the Ivy League. Her dad, Mayor Thomas Monroe, was always talking her up. But beneath that perfect image, the sources hint at this immense pressure, panic attacks, late nights.
Hidden stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Hidden stuff.
And then there was Jared Fields, the class clown, right? Always had a camera, always. Planning his Blair Witch, but funnier documentary for the trip.
Yeah.
Bold kid, maybe a bit obnoxious, but sharp.
And Tyrese Hall, big football star.
Huge guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Full ride scholarship to Oregon State, but apparently carried this heavy weight, this fear of peaking too soon,
Yep.
failure.
Mhm.
That's tough.
And Emily Tran, the quiet one, always sketching.
Sketching, what kind of stuff?
Portraits of classmates mostly, but also these really unsettling forest scenes. Said they came from her dreams. She barely spoke, but her sketchbook was always with her.
Forest scenes from her dreams.
Oh, no.
Okay, that's a bit eerie already.
Mm-hmm.
So this trip, not just any trip, it was the senior trip. June 5th, 1999. 26 seniors plus 2 teachers, so 28 people total.
Right, 28. They all get on this yellow school bus, driven by a substitute, a Mr. Harold Griggs, heading way out deep into Oregon's Rogue River Siskiyou National Forest. Remote.
Departure sounds like it was pretty normal, cheerful even, waving to families, backpacks crammed. There's even some grainy camcorder footage, a group photo right before they board.
The last picture.
The last picture. And then that evening, 6:41 p.m., Rachel McClure's mom gets this voicemail.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about that again.
It's just chilling. You hear muffled laughter. Then someone clearly yells, "Turn that off." Then a pause.
Yeah.
And just static. No goodbye, no click, nothing.
Just static. Wow. An early sign, but nobody knew what it meant.
Exactly. Nobody could known.
So here's where it gets, really strange. The bus doesn't check in at the campground like it's supposed to.
Right.
Initial worry turns pretty fast into, full-blown panic. They send out search and rescue, helicopters, dogs, the whole 9 yards. But it was they just vanished. Poof. No tire tracks off the main roads, no cell pings, though cell service was spotty back then anyway.
True.
No broken branches, nothing. No sign of the bus, no sign of 28 people. The campground host confirmed no yellow bus ever showed up.
One of the search leaders, a veteran guy, apparently said it was like the mountain itself was actively hiding them.
Yeah.
Just gone.
Actively hiding them.
Creepy. And then the weird clues start popping up, making it even stranger. Like, a week later, a fisherman finds a disposable camera.
Empty.
Empty. Water damaged. Miles from the main road. And the film removed.
Which are removed. Okay.
10 days after that, a letter shows up.
Mm-hmm.
Addressed to the Callahans, parents of Trevor, one of the missing kids.
What did it say?
Just, "We made it. Please stop looking." No punctuation, nothing else.
Whoa. Hope for a second.
A fleeting second.
Yeah.
But handwriting experts jumped on it pretty quick. Deemed it likely forged, maybe even traced.
Forged. So maybe a cruel hoax. Or something else.
Exactly. So after 2 months, leads dry up completely. The official search gets called off. Case closed, basically. An unsolved missing persons event.
But not for the families.
No way. For them, the wait, the agony was just beginning. Robert Vasquez, one of the fathers, wrote in his journal, this line always gets me. I don't think they drove off the road. I think something took them, something that didn't want them found.
Something that didn't want them found. He never explained that.
Never explained it. But nobody ever proved him wrong either.
Wow.
And our sources really paint this heartbreaking picture of that grief just lingering. For decades, Mr. Delaney, his son Matthew, was the valedictorian. He just reread his son's final essay over and over.
Man.
Mrs. Santos kept watering the garden her daughter Nina planted right before the trip. Never disturbed it.
Just kept it going.
Yeah. But maybe the most poignant, Lacey Monroe's mother, Irene, refused to sign a death declaration. Kept Lacey's toothbrush out, her bed made. Always saying, she's not gone, I feel it.
That kind of hope. It's intense.
It is. And you have to wonder, what does that tell us about, the human spirit facing the completely unknown? And maybe how did that deep, unresolved grief set the stage for what happened when a survivor finally came back?
Right, because the story doesn't end there. Fast forward, 22 years.
22 years. The school holds a memorial every June, lights 28 candles. Some teachers who knew the kids retired early couldn't handle it. Others stayed, kind of haunted by it.
That plaque at the school.
Yeah.
Just a constant reminder.
Constant, yeah. But then, June 3rd, 2021, the impossible happens.
Okay.
A hiker, Travis Milner, he's an off-duty firefighter, experienced guy. He goes off-trail in that same national forest, exploring some old, rarely used paths, bushwhacking through really thick undergrowth.
Yeah.
He sees this flash of yellow, almost totally hidden by bushes, vines, decay.
No, the bus.
School bus, hashtag 57. Rusted, twisted, half swallowed by the forest floor.
Oh my God. After 22 years, what was it like inside?
A time capsule, like time just stopped. Dusty backpack still in the seats, faded Polaroids scattered, a warped cassette player, moldy yearbooks.
Creepy.
But in the very back seat, under a pile of old clothes, a human jawbone.
Just jawbone.
That was the first sign. Investigators swarm the place.
Right.
And they don't just find one set of remains. They find multiple.
Multiple sets.
17 bodies. Later confirmed through dental records, DNA. 17 of the 28.
17. Okay, wait, so this shatters the whole accident theory.
And completely. The bus was way too deep in the woods. Yeah. No road, no path wide enough for it. No tire tracks leading there. It didn't crash there.
It was placed there, hidden.
It looks that way. Placed there, hidden. Which is, incredibly chilling. Suggests something deliberate.
Okay, that's already terrifying. But you mentioned something. Something found inside.
Yeah. If the hidden bus wasn't enough, what they found inside just changed everything. Emily Tran's sketches.
The quiet girl. Her sketches were there.
In a waterlogged manila folder, inside a moldy backpack sort of shoved under the driver's seat. Yeah. And her body, not among the 17 found.
So she was still missing. What were the sketches of?
They were disturbing. One showed figures like around a fire in the woods. Another showed faces hidden by these crude blank masks.
Masks.
Okay. Another one, darker, more frantic, looked like blood dripping from branches, forming a circle. Unknown symbols in the background. And the last one, it looked like the school bus, surrounded by these tall, faceless silhouettes with a mask behind the wheel.
Mask behind the wheel of the bus? What do you make of that? How did that change things?
It immediately suggested this wasn't just kids lost in the woods. It hinted at something ritualistic maybe, something organized. Why would this quiet girl be drawing this stuff? Was it a warning? A record?
And it raises the question, if 17 bodies were found, what happened to the other 11?
Exactly. 9 students, including Emily Tran herself, and the 2 teachers, Mr. Muse and Miss Crawford, still missing.
So the case gets reopened, not just recovery, but...
Full-blown crime scene. Yeah. Foul play is the immediate assumption. And when those sketches leaked to the press, theories just exploded. Cults, rituals. It turned this tragedy into something much, much darker in the public eye.
Okay, so the bus is found, remains are identified, sketches surface. The state must have been buzzing.
Totally buzzing. Media everywhere, unanswered questions flying. And then, just days after the bus discovery, someone walks into the Bend police station.
Ooh!
A man. Gaunt, disheveled, looked like he hadn't slept in weeks. Ragged clothes, eyes darting around.
Yeah.
He gives his name, and it sends a shockwave through the station. Jared Fields.
No. The class clown. The one with the camera.
The very same. Vanished 22 years ago. Presumed dead.
I can't even imagine the scene in that police station. Disbelief.
Absolute disbelief. But he wasn't acting like some triumphant survivor. He was trembling, glancing around, constantly whispering things like, I wasn't supposed to come back. They're still watching.
Still watching. Who's they?
That was the question. They confirmed his identity, fingerprints, DNA. It was him, a ghost walking back into the present. But instead of answers, at first he just deepened the mystery. He actually left the station abruptly, saying, I can't stay here. They'll find me if I stay here.
He left, but he came back.
He came back. Eventually, they got him into protective custody. And he talked. And his confession. It was like a dam breaking. Just a torrent of terror, unraveling everything.
What did he say happened?
He started by saying they were all dead, you know. The ones who didn't, who resisted, never seen again, just gone.
Oh, my God.
He said the bus broke down, miles from anywhere, deep in the forest, stranded.
Okay.
And that's when they found them. The Chosen, he called them.
The Chosen.
Yeah. People wearing these, like, gray robes, look like they live rough. They claimed they were from some off-grid sanctuary, a place of peace. Warned the students the outside world was falling apart, crumbling.
And the kids believed them.
What choice did they have? No signal, broken bus. They followed them. He said at first the commune seemed okay, peaceful almost, offered food, shelter. But then things changed quickly.
How? What did the Chosen do?
He described this process, reconditioning they called it, or cleansing.
Cleansing.
Yeah. They were told to forget their old lives, forget their families, their past. Don't talk about where you came from. They were given food that Jared said didn't taste right. He thought it was drugged, made them dull, gave them intense nightmares.
Drugged.
Their sleep was controlled, movements monitored, a strict schedule. Designed, he said, to strip away who they were.
That sounds like a cult.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this is where his story gets really harrowing. He talked about resistance. I saw a few of them try to escape, he said. I heard their screams when they were dragged into the woods, never seen again.
Dragged into the woods. Sacrifice.
That's what he claimed. The Chosen told them they were meant for a new world, something greater. But it was a prison. Anyone who fought back, who didn't accept it, they were sacrificed. Offered up to the forest, he said.
Offered up to the forest. That connects to the father's journal entry.
It does. Eerily so. Jared said he finally escaped himself in 2006. Lived in hiding, off-grid, for 15 years. Terrified.
15 years. Why didn't he come forward sooner?
Too scared. He thought they'd find him. But when the bus was discovered, he knew it was only a matter of time. He said they hadn't forgotten. It forced his hand.
That's an absolutely terrifying story. But after 22 years, trauma, hiding, how did investigators know if it was credible? Was there skepticism?
Oh, absolutely. Extreme caution. A story like that after so long, you have to question it. But what gave it weight were details. Details only someone who was there would know.
Like what?
Things that lined up with the physical evidence, the bus's location, how hidden it was, the general area it was found in, and most chillingly, how his descriptions of rituals and control seemed to echo the vibe of Emily Tran's sketches.
The sketches.
The details were specific enough, consistent enough, that they couldn't just dismiss him as delusional or traumatized. His story, as horrifying as it was, provided a framework that suddenly made all those fragmented clues make a terrible kind of sense.
So how did the community react? Forest Grove, the families?
It just split the community wide open. Some parents, especially those whose children's remains were found, clung to his words, desperate for any kind of closure, even that closure.
Understandable.
But others, particularly the families of the 11 still missing, they couldn't accept it. Some accused him of making it up, maybe his mind warped by trauma. They needed to believe there was another explanation, that their kids might still be out there somehow.
That divide, it shows how trauma can just fracture everything, even shared memory or grief.
Exactly. Some needed closure, any closure. Others clung to denial. It's a brutal psychological tightrope.
So what happened to Jared?
He was in protective custody for a while. Eventually, he published a memoir, very controversial as you can imagine. Months after that, he actually went back to Forest Grove High.
He went back?
Yeah. Quietly, he knelt down at the memorial, the stone with all the names, and he placed this old, faded, moldy yearbook there.
His yearbook?
Looked like it.
Yeah.
Tucked inside was a note. It just said, "We tried to leave, only I made it. I'm sorry."
Wow, only I made it.
Then he just got up, turned, and walked away. Didn't say a word to anyone. Left the yearbook, the note, and the mystery still swirling. But now, with a horrifying potential explanation.
So we've gone from this inexplicable vanishing act to the chilling discovery of the bus, the remains, those disturbing sketches, and finally the survivor's account. A story of a cult, this reconditioning sacrifice.
Yeah, this deep dive really shows that the secrets of the Forest Grove class of '99 were just far darker, far more complex than anyone imagined for decades.
It really makes you think about the true cost of survival, doesn't it? And that line between denial and acceptance for the families, the community.
It does, and we've seen how deliberate isolation, way out there in the woods, can create these pockets where just unimaginable things can happen.
They're right.
How the human need to believe, or sometimes not believe, can keep secrets buried.
It really challenges our ideas about missing persons cases versus deliberate concealment, the power of that kind of group psychology.
And how easily atrocities can happen when people are cut off, undetected for years.
And it forces you to ponder, what does it even mean to be chosen for a new world if it's built on terror and control? The forest, like they say, might still hold secrets.
It might. But thanks to Jared Fields, whether you believe every detail or not, some of those secrets have definitely been dragged into the light. It leaves us with these profound questions about truth, belief, and the scars left behind.
And it makes you wonder what other forests, literal or metaphorical, might be out there, still holding truths we're just not ready for yet.